Hey, good evening, everyone. Confirm the audio and the video once. So, after two sessions of VARC done by Akhil, I'm here to kickstart the quant section of it, of CMAT. So, earlier the plan was having a quant session as the first one, but now it's third, and there'll be a series of sessions. So, there is CMAT course that is live on Grad School YouTube channel. You can just go there and see and plan accordingly. All right. So, the agenda of today's session is because I know almost everyone who is watching this is a cat repeater. Okay, so we won't be doing all the basic and fundamentals. No, that's not required. We'll be doing questions, 30 high yield practice questions. And today's topics will be percentages, ratios, and averages. These three is what we'll be doing. With every question, there will be a concept attached. So I will give you exactly, I'll give you 1 minute and 30 seconds for each of the questions. Okay. And after that, I'll be solving it within 1 minute, 2 minutes. If there are multiple approaches to solve the question, we'll do that. All right. So that is how we'll be going along. Cool. So let's start. Here we go. Here we have the first question, the first module, percentages. Okay. The first question goes here, and I'm gonna start the timer. All right, 30 seconds to go. Time up. Let's see. So it says A is 20, if 20% of A is 30% of B. All right. Then B is what percentage of A? So I can write 20 upon 100 multiplied by A is equal to 30 upon 100 multiplied by B. So as we see that 100 got cancelled, this also got cancelled out. So we have 2A is equal to 3B. All right. They're asking B is what percentage? B is what percentage of A? So we need to compare. We want this thing to be the answer. So you need to know what is given in the question. You also need to know that what has to be answered. So B upon A. If I find B upon A from here, I get 2 by 3. Now 2 by 3 into 100 is how much? It's 66.67%. And that happens to be the final answer. So the ideal time to solve this question in the real exam is not more than 30 seconds. I'm giving you 1.5 minutes for a reason. Let's go to next one. I got a I'll reduce the time now. It won't be 1.5 minutes because I think 30 seconds is sufficient. All right. A student multiplied a number by 3 by 5 instead of 5 by 3. Find the percentage error in the calculation. Okay. So if the number was x, so he had to find 5 by 3 times x. But what he did 3 by 5 times of x. So the error is this only 5 by 3x minus 3 by 5x. We will find the percentage error in the calculation. So the ideal calculation should have been this. We divide it by this and then find the percentage value. So as you see, x gets cancelled out. So all we have is 5 by 3 minus 3 by 5 whole upon 5 by 3 multiplied by 100. If I take x common, that cancels out. So in the numerator, 3 and 5, 15 is the LCM. 5 5s are 25, 3 3s are 9, whole upon 5 by 3. Now I'm pretty sure you know how to divide the fractions, don't you? So 16 upon 15 into 3 upon 5 into 100 is what we need to calculate here. So 3 5s are 5 5 25, 4 is what we get. So answer is 64%. 16 fours are 64% is what we get. Okay, so now I'll reduce the timer. Let it be 30 seconds only. So here we go for the next question. Okay, so price increased by 25%. By what percentage must a motorist reduce consumption so that expenditure remains unchanged? What is expenditure, by the way? It's price per unit multiplied by consumption in number of units. So this is what we have. Now, when the price changes, expenditure remains constant. Okay. So price increased by 25%. So now it becomes 125 by 100 of itself. Okay. I'm doing it, very a long way. And new consumption, let that be CN. Let that be new consumption. So if I have to solve, all right, if I solve this one, what I'll do, in place of E, I can replace it with PC, P multiplied by C, which will be equal to 125 by 100 multiplied by P multiplied by Cn. So as we see, P and P got cancelled out. Okay, well, great. So now if you solve this, cross multiplying, you will get Cn by C as 100 upon 125. Cool. Now, 25 fours are 100, 25 fives are 125. So earlier, now we don't have to, go all um, equations and all. We see here that earlier consumption was 5 units, now it is 4 units. So there is a decrease of 1 unit on the consumption. 1 on what? On 5. So 1 by 5. I hope you remember the percentages. That is 20%. That is one way of answering the question. There's one more way of answering the same question, and that goes like this. I'll wait for 10 seconds so that you can just write this. Okay. So the next way is, if you get to know that two things are inversely proportional, inverse proportion, like price and consumption are inversely proportional if expenditure is constant. Because more the price, less the consumption, and so on. So when two things are inversely proportional, and if one increases by x%, other will decrease by x upon 100 plus x%. Or if one decreases by x%, other will increase by x upon 100 minus x%. Here, this has increased by 25%. This will be 25 upon 125. percent, which gives us 1 by 5 in terms of percentage, that will be 20%. Cool. So there are two ways of solving the same question. Clear? Okay, then let's go to the next one. In an election, the winner got 60% of total valid votes, won by a margin of 12,000 votes. Find the total number of votes. Okay. Valid votes. So let the valid votes be V. The winner got 60%. So obviously the loser would have got 40%, right? The difference is given as 12,000. That's all. So if I solve it, I get 20% of V as 12,000. Perfect. So V will be 60,000. As simple as that. Option B. We go ahead. All right. The radius of a circle increased by 10%. Find the increase in its area. So area of circle is given as pi r square. Okay. Now the new radius is 110% of the old one. So now it is 1.1 r. Okay. This area new. Let a and b area new. So you can solve it this way, but there is one more way of solving the question. We know that area is basically a function of square of side, radius, etc. So we can do it directly. Okay. So if 10% is the increase in the radius, the increase in area can be done by successive percentage change. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 upon 100 percentage, which gives us 21%. Cool. Here we go, next one. A man spends 75% of his income. His income increased by 20%, expenditure by 10%. Find the percentage increase in his savings. What are savings, by the way? Savings are income minus expenditure. So if I denote savings with S, income with I, and expenditure with E, this is what savings are, right? So earlier he was spending 75% of his income. So basically, savings were I minus 75% of I. So expenditure was 75%. So here we got the savings as 25% of I, which is I by 4. That was the initial saving. Now what happened? Income increased by 20%. So new income is 1.2 I. Okay. Expenditure, new expenditure is 1.1 times E. All right. Okay. Great. Now what happens? So find the percentage increase in his savings. Now, as we know, that expenditure was basically 75%. So I can just write here 1.2 I minus 1.1 into 75% of I. That is what expenditure is. All right. Cool. So let's solve this now. So 1.2 I minus, इसको solve कर लो, ये 1.1 into 3 by 4 है. So 3.3 upon 4 times I is what we get. Okay, so we can solve this real quick. So 4 into 1.2, 4.8 minus 3.3 whole upon 4 times I is what I get. It's nothing but 1.5 times I upon 4. If I solve it further, so zero point 0.5 से 3 बार कटेगा, ये 8 बार कटेगा. 3I/8 is what we get. So earlier the savings were I/4. Now the savings are 3I/8. So what is the increase in his savings? 3I/8, that is the new saving. Earlier was I/4. All right. Divide by I/4. So final minus initial upon initial multiplied by 100. So what do we get here? Just solve it. 3I/8. So if you take the LCM, you'll get 8. 3I minus 2I whole upon I/4 into 100. Cool. So the answer is 50%. This will give you I upon 8 whole upon I upon 4 into 100. If you solve it, I got cancelled. 4 goes up. 4 by 8 is 1 by 2. That is 50%. That is the answer. Clear? Here we go to the next one. Who all are there? Just mark your attendances once. I can see only Gaurav. Who else is there? Population increases by 10% in year 1, decreases by 10% in year 2, if it is now 19,000. Okay. So earlier the population was X. Let it be X. First year it increased by 10%, so it became 1.1 of itself. Then decreased by 10%, became 0.9 of itself. And now it is 19,800. So let's solve this. So X will be equal to 19,800 whole upon 0.99. Point goes away. So 99 twos are, so 200. 20,000 is the answer. That's what we get. We can also use successive percentage changes. So earlier it was 10% increase, then 10% decrease, and then, just multiply these two guys, 10 into minus 10, whole upon 100 percentage. So if I solve it, I get minus 1%. So this 1% decrease, 1% decrease. So now the population is 99% of what it was earlier. 1% कम हो गए, बचा कितना? 99%. 99% is 19800. So 100% must be 20,000. All right, that is the answer. So both ways you can solve the question. Now going to next one. ऋतु मैंने नोटिफाई कर दिया था ग्रुप में 2 बार भेजा है मैंने मैसेज. X is 25% more than Y. So X is basically 1.25 times of Y. Now you can use ratios also, which means X is 5 by 4 times Y. By what percentage is Y less than X? So here, if I cross multiply, I'll get 4 by 5 is equal to Y by X. तो दिख रहा है कि जो Y है वो X से 1 कम है. अगर X 5 है तो Y 1 कम है. So 1 by 5 is 20%. Simple. इस तरह हम जल्दी जल्दी करते चले जाएंगे. Next one. These are very important questions. A candidate needs 33% to pass. He gets 125 and fails by 40 marks. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि अगर उसके 125 प्लस 40 मार्क्स आते पास हो जाता, और ये 33% ऑफ मैक्सिमम मार्क्स है, उसको हम x मान लेते हैं. एंड वी कैन सॉल्व दिस. So 165 into 100 upon 33 is equal to x. If you solve it, you get 500 as the final answer. Clear? Now the next one. All right. 15% of A plus B is 25% of A minus B. So 15 upon 100 multiplied by A plus B is equal to 25 by 100 multiplied by A minus B. Cool. So what do we get now? These two gets cancelled out, and 5 threes are 5 fives are is what we have. So 3A plus 3B is equal to 5A minus 5B, which means 8B will be equal to 2A. B कितना percent है A का? So B upon A, if we solve, I'll get 2 by 8, which is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 is 20. B is what percentage of A? ये हमें यहाँ find करना है. What percent of B is equal to A? तो 3 बड़ा है ना? किससे? 1 से. So B और ये कितना है? 4 है actually. तो ये पूछा नहीं है कि अगर पूछता कि by what percentage A is greater than B, हमें आंसर होता 300%, 300%. But if it is what percentage, I'll get 400% as the final answer. Clear? What percentage of B is equal to A? So basically A by B देखना था हमें, that is 4 by 1. So as you see here, percentage wise, it's 400%. Simple question, but can confuse you. You can commit silly mistakes. And CMAT is an exam of speed and accuracy. You know, speed is more important. Accuracy, obviously. They don't want to ask you very difficult questions. So we are done with 10 questions in exactly 26 minutes. Do you look at the speed? Let's go to next one, module 2, ratios and proportions. Here we start. All right. This is called the bridging of ratios. So B is the bridge here because B is here as well as here. A is to B is given as 2 is to 3, and B is to C is given as 4 is to 5. So what do we see here? We see that B here is 3, but here it is 4. I want them to be same so that I can just find the ratio of this. So 3 and 4, I can multiply this whole thing by 4 and this thing by 3. In that case, B becomes 12. So this becomes 8 is to 12, and this becomes 12 is to 15. So answer is 8, 12, 15. Option A. Clear? This is combining ratios, bridging. So B is known as the bridge here. All right. Gaurav and Ritu. The next one. Hi, Akarshit. Two numbers and the ratio 3 is to 5. Okay. If 9 is subtracted from each, the ratio becomes this. So let the numbers be 3K and 5K. पहले में से 9 गया, दूसरे में से 9 गया, तो ये बचा. And this ratio is 12 by 23. We need to find the smaller number. So basically we need to find 3K. Let's cross multiply 69K minus 9 into 23. I'm not multiplying. No need to be smart here. 60K minus 9 into 12 is what we have. So 69K minus 60K would be equal to 9 into 23 minus 9 into 12. So I get 9K as 9 times 23 minus 12. Do you see what happened? I did not try to play smart, and waste any time over here. So K is equal to 11. So 3K is equal to 33. Is that clear, everyone? All of you got this? Got this? Yes or no? Now, I want to tell you something really cool. Okay, a cool technique to solve these kind of questions. Everybody, there's something new and this is going to help you while calculating really quick. So earlier the ratio was 3 by 5 and now the ratio is 12 by 23. So whenever you have something like this, whenever both the things increase or decrease by the same value, what you need to do. So this 9 is subtracted, but if you see here, this is no, this is 9 is getting added, here is plus 18. So, that doesn't make much sense. So whenever you have something like this, you need to check the vertical gaps. Here, the gap is 11. Here, the gap is 2. You need to equate the vertical gap. ये टेक्निक जो सिखा रहा हूँ मैं आमतौर पे नहीं मिलती, तो ध्यान से देखो इसको. Equate the vertical gap. The moment you do it, what happens? So how to equate it? 11 and 2. I'll multiply this thing by 11, this thing by 2. अगर मैं करता हूँ 11 से मल्टीप्लाई तो ऊपर 33 और नीचे 55 आ जाएगा. यहाँ 2 से करता हूँ तो ऊपर 24, नीचे 46 आ जाएगा. अब अब एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज हुई है, तुम नोटिस किया? जो हॉरिजॉन्टल गैप है वो 9 हो गया दोनों ही केसेस में. Wow, and that was the question asked the same thing. We got the answer, guys. So 33 is the answer. See, the moment you equate the vertical gap, the horizontal gap automatically becomes same. So this is the kind of question. Any questions related to ages is the same. कि एक माँ और बेटे थे, उनका एज का रेशियो था, कुछ सालों बाद बढ़ गया, तो हमें क्या करना है? वर्टिकल गैप को सेम कर दो, हॉरिजॉन्टल अपने आप सेम हो जाएगा और आंसर कर दो. इज दैट क्लियर एवरीवन? You like this? Just react something, no? Okay, let's go to next one. All right. Divide rupees 1050 among A, B, and C such that A receives 2 by 5 as much as B and C together. So A upon B plus C should be equal to 2 by 5. So if B and C combined, they receive 5, A will receive 2. We need to divide 1050. Okay, how much does A get? If someone asks me how much does B get or C get, I won't be able to answer the question. Why? Because I don't know ratio of B and C. I can get the value of A. Absolutely, right? So A is to B plus C is given as 2 is to 5. The sum here is 7 and overall it's 1050. So 7 units of ratio is equivalent to 1050 in the real rupees 50 1050 in the real world. So 1 is equivalent to 7 15s are 105. 1 is equivalent to 150. So A will get how much? A will get how much? Is that clear? Rupees 300. Cool. I don't know how you got 420, Gaurav and Ritu. Okay, Yug says something. आई एम अमृतसर में सीवी मांग रहे हैं. मैं लॉज मैंने एक अनवर इंटरव्यू देने का सोच रहा है एज प्रैक्टिस, लेकिन मेरा वर्क एक्स है ना, इंटर्नशिप गैप भी है. युग मुझे कॉल करना, व्हाट्सएप करो ना. ऑलराइट, लेट्स गो टू नेक्स्ट वन. ऑलराइट। या मैडम। ओके ऋतु, यही इसीलिए 421 दिया हुआ था ताकि तुम लोग कंफ्यूजन में गलत कर दो। समझ के बात को, ये वहां मत करना एग्जाम में। Ratio of income of 2% 9 to 7 expenditure this, each saves this, find their monthly incomes. Okay, so I can write that income of, let's say the persons are A and B. So income of A will be 9K and that of B will be 7K. Expenditure of A will be, let's say, 4 times L and that of B, let's say it is 3 times L, 4 3, right? Each saves 2000. So 9K minus 4L is equal to 2000. Similarly, 7K minus 3L is also equal to 2000. All right. To find their monthly income. So you need to find 9K and 7K. Now you know how to do that. Right? Equations बन गई हैं। तो हमें L गायब करना है। So ऊपर को 3 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, नीचे को 4 से कर दो और माइनस कर दो। तो क्या बनेगा हमें? क्या मिलेगा? 27K minus 12L will be equal to 6000. नीचे 28K, ओके यहाँ माइनस है तो ये प्लस हो गया, प्लस 12L is equal to minus 8000. Now if you solve it, this gets cancelled out, so minus K is equal to minus 2000, which means K is equal to 2000. ठीक है, तो 9K और 7K, 18,000 and 14,000 is the answer. Got it? समझ में आ गया? अच्छा, ये तो हो गया। अब मैं जो अभी थोड़ी देर पहले एक चीज सिखाई थी, क्या उसको हम इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे? इज दैट इवन पॉसिबल? हाँ, देखो। पहले है 9/7, बाद में है 4/3। मैंने कहा जब दोनों चीजें बराबर कम या बढ़ रही हो तो हमें करना चाहिए। Here the vertical gap is 1, here the vertical gap is 2. So I want to equate the gaps. I can just multiply this thing by 2. So what do I get? 9/7, तो वैसे का वैसा। I get 8/6. Now you see what? Both the horizontal gap becomes same. If vertical gap is same, horizontal becomes same. So 1 unit is equivalent to 2000. If 1 is equivalent to 2000, 9 will be equivalent to 18,000, 7 will be equal to 7 into 2, 14,000. See, isn't this cool? अच्छा लगा ये देख के? Agarshit, Ridhu, Gaurav, Yug, and I think whoever is watching this, isn't this great? All right, here we go. Next. Okay, yeah, exactly, Ritu. Yes. Now, we all of us know that 1 rupee is equal to 100 paise. All of you know that, right? तो 50 पैसा जो होगा वो 1/2 रुपीज हो जाएगा। 25 पैसा जो होगा 1/4 रुपीज हो जाएगा। 10 पैसा 1/10 रुपीज हो जाएगा। रुपीज के, मैंने रुपीज की फॉर्म में क्यों किया? बिकॉज हियर टोटल इज इन रुपीज। ओके, रेशियो इज 594। ठीक है, तो इनका कंट्रीब्यूशन क्या क्या हो जाएगा? तो मुझे इनको इसमें मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा। इसी को हम बोलते हैं कंपाउंड रेशियोज, व्हेन टू रेशियोज आर मल्टीप्लाइड। सो 5 into 1/2 is to 9 into 1/4 is to 4 into 1/10. which is 2 by 5. Now ratios are never in this format. We need it in the simple format. So 2, 4 और 5 के LCM से इसको multiply करो 20 से. So you will get what? 2 tens are 20, 10 fives are 50. 4 fives are, this becomes 45. 5 fours are, this becomes 8. This is the exact contribution in terms of rupees. Sum of these three is how much? 103. And in reality, it's 206. That means ratio का 103 यूनिट्स रियलिटी के 206 रुपए हैं, तो रेशियो का 1 यूनिट रियलिटी के 2 रुपए है, हाँ या ना? Okay, all right, all of you got that. Now they're asking find the number of 50 पैसे coins. So 50 पैसे का contribution कितना है? 50 पैसे ये वाले थे, इनका contribution कितना है? तो अगर एक है 2 रुपए के बराबर तो 50 हो जाएगा 100 रुपीज के बराबर, isn't it? 100 रुपीज, अगर 50 पैसे मिलके 100 रुपीज बना रहे हैं तो कितने कॉइन्स होने चाहिए? 200 कॉइन्स होने चाहिए. बात समझ में आ गई? 100 upon 1 by 2 is 200. 200 coins of 50 paise each will make 100 rupees. This is a very good question. All right. Now, of compound ratios. Going to next one. All right. So, what number should be added to each of this so that the resulting numbers are in proportion? है ना? Proportion. क्या मतलब है इस बात का? क्या मतलब है इस बात का? Who will tell me? इसका मतलब ये है कि 6 अगर नंबर x को ऐड किया तो 6 प्लस एक्स अपॉन 14 प्लस एक्स should be equal to 18 plus x upon 38 plus x. That is what it essentially means. You can cross multiply and get the answer, but also you can just use the values because this is not CAT ka exam, this is CMAT exam. The values are given to you. So if I add 1 to it, I'll get 7 by 15 is equal to 19 by 39. It's not equal, so 1 is wrong. If I add 2 here in place of x, I'll get 8 by 16 is equal to 20 by 40. Yes, this is 1 by 2, this is also 1 by 2. 2 is correct. Clear? No need to cross multiply and then get stuck on the quadratic equations. जल्दी करना है तो यहाँ पे एक सीख क्या मिली है कि सीमेट के एग्जाम में तुम ऑप्शंस का बहुत अच्छे से इस्तेमाल करो. Is that clear, everyone? In all the exams which have got options. So CAT is the only exam in which theta questions can be there, but in all the other exams we have options. Cool. Going to next one. All right. Mean proportional क्या होता है? दो नंबर दिए होंगे तो this upon x will be equal to x upon this. This is what mean proportion basically means. It's also geometric mean. Okay. So I'll get x square is equal to 0.0064. तो x क्या हो जाएगा? 0.08. Is that clear? Mean proportional is also known as the geometric mean if there are two quantities like a upon x must be equal to x upon b, तो ये mean proportional हो गया. अगर a by b equal to b by c है तो b mean proportional हो गया. अगर a by b equal to b by c equal to c by d है तो इन दोनों का b by c और c by d का mean proportional c हो जाएगा. Is that clear? And Rudu, see, this is the thing that you guys will commit mistakes in. 0.8 का स्क्वायर 0.64 होता है. पॉइंट के बाद जितने नंबर है स्क्वायर में नंबर उसके डबल हो जाते हैं. ऑल राइट, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नाउ. All right, so what's the answer? Okay, I'm back. All right, I think all of you have done that. This is an easy one, right? So, just I'll tell you something. This is x to the power 1, this is y to the power 1. All right. And if you see here, here also it's power 1, power 1, power 1. So the powers are same. We can just put the values of x as 3 and y as 4. You normally put 3k and 4k, but that's not even required. Just put 3. So 5 into 3 is 15. Here 2 into 4 is 8. 15 minus 8 upon 7 into 3 is 21. 2 into 4 is 8. So I get 7 upon 29 as the final answer. Okay, all of you did that. Now what is important? That the degree must be same. Is that all right? Then only you can do that. If degrees are not same, the answer cannot be determined. Okay, just write that. Silly mistake लिख डूबेगी. हाँ. Next one. Read out the. Okay, got it. Now it's got cleared. I think these questions can be a bit challenging, so I'll increase the time here. Chalo. 25. Okay. So 10 years ago it was 1:3. All right. आज के टाइम में क्या है हमें पता नहीं है. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. मान लेते हैं कि आज के टाइम में प्रेजेंट एज present age. Okay, here do present age. Let's say the Ram's present age is X years and Rahim's present age is, let's say, present age is Y years. All right, this one way. But the better way is just they start from the past. Okay, so I gave this because people do it like this, but they will get stuck because there'll be two variables now. Better to have only one variable. So I'll start from the 10 years ago. So let's say 10 years ago, The ratio is 1 is to 3. So I can say 10 years ago, Ram's age must be K and Rahim's age must be 3K. This is the important part. So always try to have as low variables as possible. Okay, ये हो गया 5 साल बाद. So K plus 5 upon 3K plus 5 is given as 2 by 3. You can just cross multiply and get the answer, right? So 3K plus 15 will be equal to 6K plus 10, which gives us 5 is equal to 3K. Cool. That means K is equal to 5 by 3. Okay, what else? What's that percentage? राम परसेंटेज. राम का K था 10 साल पहले. आज के टाइम में कितना हो जाएगा राम का? K plus 10. ये हो जाएगा. ऑल राइट. अब मुझे एक बात बताओ, अगर मैं ऐसा करूं तो 5/3 प्लस 10, इससे तो हमारा आंसर आ ही नहीं रहा यार. 35/3 ये भी कोई एज होती है? तो प्रॉब्लम क्या हुई है? हु विल टेल मी दैट? व्हाट्स द प्रॉब्लम हियर? What's the problem? How do you get 15? Like I can see Gaurav got 25. Okay. Ritu got 15. Akashit got 15. Okay. All right. Think about it. What exactly happened? Absolutely, Agarshit. Very good. Very good. So this thing can happen, you know. Now, 5 years hence from who? From what? From present. Absolutely. So 10 years ago, it was K and 3K. 5 years hence will be 10. Present से 5 years आगे मतलब कि 15 साल हो जाएगा. This is equal to 2 by 3. Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So 3K plus 45 will be equal to 6K plus 30. So I get 3K as 15, which means K is 5. If K is 5, his present age will be K plus 10. So 5 plus 10 is 15 is the answer. All right. Got it. All of you got this? Now, I also told you that the technique that I gave you in which there is no equations involved, we can use that as well, isn't it? कैसे करेंगे? 1/3 था पहले कभी, अब है 2/3. What's the vertical gap? Here it is 2. Here it is just 1. I need to multiply this thing by 2/2, isn't it? To make the vertical gap same. So 1/3 remains 1/3, but but becomes 4/6. Now I see this increment of 3 units in both numerator as well as denominator. So 3 units in the ratio are equivalent to 15 years in the real world. So 1 will be equivalent to 5 years in the real world. Is that clear? All of you? Looks good. ठीक है ना? तो 1 और 5 के बराबर है तो राम की 10 साल पहले की उम्र 5 मिल गई है. अब 15 हो जाएगी. यहाँ देखो, अगर 1 5 है तो 4 20 होगा. ये इसकी एज है 5 साल बाद की, तो अभी 15 हो जाएगी. So I think this is a brilliant approach, right? And you might be enjoying it. How many of you did it this way? Next one. Milk and okay. Yeah, your time starts here. All right. in case anybody wants to join the group, you know. By the way, it's given in description also, but I just pinned it in the comments. Okay. Milk and water in the ratio 5 is to 1. Adding 5 liter water makes it 5 is to 2. Wow, this is brilliant. So milk upon water was 5 by 1 and then it became 5 by 2. Now see, milk has not changed. Milk hasn't changed. Only water has changed. By how much? By 1 unit. So this 1 unit is equivalent to 5 liters in the real world. बात ही खत्म हो गई है. तो अगर एक बराबर है 5 के, तो मिल्क 5 बराबर होगा 25 के. And that's the answer. Cool. All of you got this? Next one. Module 3 is averages. Here we go. Okay. So as we know that average is equal to sum of the observations upon the number of the observations. So sum is basically n multiplied by a, where a is the average, it is number of people, observations, data elements, etc. S is the sum. S is the sum. So now, earlier, we don't know what the sum was, okay? And we don't know what the average was. So let me assume the average was A, okay? And 8 people were there. The sum was 8A. Is that cool? New person, let's say the new person who has joined the team, joined the group is X kilograms of weight. So he comes in and 65 wala goes out. New average, no, 8 to niche rahega hi. New average is A plus 2.5. Is that clear? So if I solve it, I'll get 8A plus X minus 65 is equal to 8A plus 20. 8A got cancelled out. So X is equal to 20 plus 65 is 85. That is the answer. Right. ये तो हो गया तरीका एक क्वेश्चन बना के. अब सुनना बहुत ध्यान से, मैं एक शॉर्टकट बताऊंगा. सुनना बात मेरी. एवरेज एक वो क्वांटिटी है जिस पे हर कोई आना चाहता है. तो अगर मान लो 65 किलोग्राम का बंदा बाहर निकला और अगला जो बंदा आया रिप्लेस किया वो भी 65 किलोग्राम का ही है, तो एवरेज वोंट चेंज. यस और नो? आई एम रिपीटिंग. If the 65 kilogram person is replaced by 65 kilogram person only, average won't change. But the average has changed by 2.5 kg. That means the new person has brought in 2.5 kg for every person extra. ये हम मन में भी सोच सकते हैं. कितने लोग हैं उसको शेयर करने वाले, ये कब कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा? जो फाइनल लोग ग्रुप में है वो. तो 8 थे, अभी भी 8 ही, कोई फर्क पड़ता नहीं है. तो 2.5 इंटू 8, इसको 20 किलोग्राम एक्स्ट्रा लाना पड़ जाएगा 65 से. तो आंसर इज 85. हाउ कूल इज दिस? दिस इज द कूलेस्ट अप्रोच. All right. So all I'm saying is that if 65 kilogram person got replaced by 65 kilogram person only, the average won't change. But because it has changed by 2.5 kg, average is something that is shared by everyone. So 2.5 kgs extra for 8 people, that makes it 20 kilograms more than the person who was replaced. That is 85. Is that clear? ठीक है? Now, फिर तो सेम वेरिएबल एब्सोल्युटली. के सेम वेरिएबल नहीं है. के कांस्टेंट ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी वाज सेम. रेशियो इज 1:3. 1:3 का रेशियो है, मतलब अगर राम के का है तो रहीम ऑटोमेटिकली 3 के का हो जाएगा. ऑल ऑफ यू गॉट दैट? नेक्स्ट वन. अब मैं चाहता हूँ जैसे मैंने मन में किया था वैसे ही तुम लोग भी करोगे इसको. एवरेज एज 30 का 15 है, टीचर का इंक्लूड किया तो इतना हो गया. टीचर एज, चलो टेल मी. ऑलराइट, सेम थिंग. So if teacher was also 15 years of age, average would not have changed, but has changed by one One will be shared by how many people? By 31 people, right? So teacher brings in 31 years extra. 31 कैसे हुआ? पिछले केस में the person got replaced. So 8 people were in the group initially, and afterwards also there were 8. But in this case, the group had 30 people, now they're 31 because teacher is also there. जो भी final quantity आएगी उसको हमें देखना होगा. 31 years extra than 15. So 15 plus 31 is what you get. 46 is the answer. Clear? This is how you solve it in the mind. Cool. Next. Hmm. The 11 results ka average is 50. Average of first six is 49, last six is 52. Find the sixth result. So let's say there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just to make you understand. 11 results. The first six ka average is 49. The last six ka average is 52. So now you see the sixth result got counted twice. Okay. So 49 is the average. Sum of these six will be how much? 49 into 6. Sum of these six will be how much? 52 into 6. So 49 into 6 plus 52 into 6 counts sixth element, sixth result twice. Okay. And overall, the sum must be 11 multiplied by 50. So if I subtract this from these two, I will get the sixth result. Is that right? क्योंकि ये है ग्यारहों का सम और ये है ग्यारहों का सम, छठे का सम एक बार और हो गया है. Okay, so to solve this, let's take 6 common. I'll get 52 plus 49 here. This is minus 11 into 50. Let's calculate that. 52 plus 49 कितना होता है? 92 और 101 होता है. So 6 into 101 minus 11 into 50. So 606 minus 550 is 56. That is the answer. Is that clear, guys? All of you got this? ठीक है, चलो next. All right, so we can do it both the ways. If you do it mentally in the mind, 87 स्कोर करने पे एवरेज 3 बढ़ गया 17 इनिंग्स पे. So basically 17 into 3, he has brought in 51 runs extra. Can I say that? So 87 minus 51, 87 minus 51 would give us 36, which was the average, right? Earlier, the earlier average increased by 3, 39 is the answer. Is that clear, everyone? Isn't this really cool? All of you got that? And if we do it normally, 16 innings का average मान लो A है, 16 A plus 87, 17th inning divided by 17 would be equal to A plus 3. We solve it this way also. So you'll get the value of A, but we want the value of A plus 3, and this is where you can commit silly mistakes. All right? 39 is the average. Cool? Next. Hmm. Five consecutive odd numbers. You know what? Odd numbers form an arithmetic progression. And if it is an arithmetic progression, the middle term is always the average. तो पांच चीजें हैं, बीच में 61 होगा। इसके पहले और ऑड नंबर है, दो पीछे जाओ, दो और पीछे जाओ, दो आगे जाओ, दो और आगे जाओ. Difference between the highest and lowest, 65 minus 57 is what you need to find out. Right? The answer is 8. Clear? Now, the main thing you should have to remember here is in an arithmetic progression, the middle term is always the average. तो middle term में 61 मिल गया, odd number बाकी हमने निकाल लिए. Cool. Next one. Out of three numbers, first is twice the second, half of third, average 56. ठीक है. तो अगर पहला नंबर मान लो, फर्स्ट नंबर मान लो ए है, 6 ए मान लेते हैं उसको, 6 ए है, तो सेकेंड नंबर जो होगा वो 3 ए हो जाएगा. ओके. और जो थर्ड नंबर जो होगा वो तुम्हारा 12 ए हो जाएगा. इज दैट राइट? सो इफ यू एड ऑल ऑफ इट यू गेट 21 ए. ठीक है. So 21a upon 3 is the average, that is 56. So if I solve it, I'll get a as 8. So a is 8. What to find? Find the numbers. 8. 6 8s are 48. 3 8s are 24. 24. 12 8s are 96. B is the answer. Clear? Now going to next one. इसको ही मत करो, ये हम टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस में करेंगे, कल करेंगे. Let's do this one. Okay. Average temperature Monday to Wednesday is 40 degree. Tuesday to Thursday is 41 degree. Thursday is 42. What is temperature on Monday? Monday to Wednesday. So Monday to Wednesday, its average is one. So Monday का M मान लेते हैं, Tuesday का T, Wednesday का W. 120. Okay. Tuesday to Thursday. So Tuesday plus Wednesday plus Thursday TH मान लेते हैं. That is 41 into 3, 123. Thursday is given as 42. बात ही खत्म हो जाती है. That is 42. So I'll get T plus W is equal to 123 minus 42. I'll get 81. T plus W is 81. What is Monday then? Let's put T plus W here, 81. So Monday will be 120 minus 81, which gives us 39 degrees centigrade. That is the answer. Clear? Next. All right. 50 numbers का एवरेज 38 है. So sum is 38 into 50. ये दोनों निकाल दिए गए. तो सम इतना हो गया. लोग कितने बचे नाउ? Only 48. Okay, 50 में से दो चले गए. So this is what you have to find out. 38 into 50 is how much? 1900 minus 100 upon 48 is what you need to calculate. So 1800 upon 48. So what do you get? 4 से कर सकते हैं. 4 12 are 4 4 are 16. 450 आ गया. और कट सकता है क्या? 2 6s are 2 225. 225 by 6. 6 3s are 18. 6 7s are 42. 37.5 is the answer. Is that clear? All of you? Yeah, perfect. Now, the next one. टेन का एवरेज है 60. टोटल सम इज टोटल मार्क्स इज दिस. 80 हो गया 50 की जगह. ओके, तो 80 को हटा के 50 वापस डाल दो. एंड नाउ फाइंड द एवरेज. दिस अपॉन 10. सो 600 minus 30 upon 10, that is 57. Clear? That is the answer. All right. 570 upon 10 है ना. मतलब 80 गलत था तो 80 हटा दिया, और जो असली था सही था 50 उसे अंदर ले आया. वैसे भी इस सवाल को हम ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं कि देखो 80 और 50 में अंतर इज 30, राइट. सो 30 यहाँ पे कम होना चाहिए था, जिसको 10 लोग बांट लेंगे. सो एवरेज विल डिक्रीज बाय 3 माइनस 3. सो 60 माइनस 3. माइनस क्यों लगाया मैंने? सबसे मालूम पड़ा डिक्रीज हो रहा है. 60 minus 3 is 57. Clear? Coming to, oh, that's all. Guys, it's been exactly 1 hour and 25 minutes. And this in this 1 hour and 25 minutes, you won't believe what, what we did. We did 30, not 29 questions. एक क्वेश्चन में बोला कि वो टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस में जाएगा. 29 questions. टाइमर कहाँ से हटाऊं? अब तो हो गया. वाह. अच्छा, उस क्वेश्चन में से. ऑलराइट. दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ स्पीड दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड. इससे तेज तुम्हें एक्चुअली एग्जाम में करना है. बट यहाँ जो भी किया गया है पढ़ाते टाइम, दिस इज बिकॉज आई value my time and your time. If you are here, I want to give you as much as possible in as little time as possible. Okay, so always try to attend the sessions live, and the people who will be watching it recording, they also, there's a message for you guys that need to watch the sessions live. That'll be a better idea, better way to solve the question, better way to learn things. Okay, because my lives are as fast as recordings. You don't even have to skip or go at 1.2x 2x or whatever, right? Do you feel that, Gaurav, Akarshit, and anybody else who is watching this? Because there's some people are watching but they're not commenting. Cool. Normally in 2 hours you might be expecting 10 to 12 questions, but we are doing it really fast. But yeah, when the CAT 2026 the full-fledged session goes, in that we won't be doing this fast because we have to teach also. But they'll also expect 15 questions at least in 2 hours. It can be 20 also. All right then. Take care. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.